Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and talk about Monday Night Football, I guess.
Football.
Football. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Only
pretty good.
My only starter for tonight's game is sucking, but that's okay.
He's busy captaining a sea vessel.
Oh yeah. Thank you for that.
But it is.
It took me a minute, but I got there.
Yo, ho, ho. Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, I guess we could just jump. Yeah, David's not going to be here. Eric will be here late, is what he said.
He said he'd be about 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's already been 12.
Eric time.
Is that like Trogdor time?
Yep, like
I
trying
don't know. Trogdor time's pretty bad.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway, I forgot to mention at the end of the last episode, you guys did level up, so you're level 11 now. So let's roll some hit dice.
That was a big one. I get level 6 spells. Oh, hit dice. Let's see.
Here it goes.
Deft and Dorky.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's better than one.
Mm-hmm.
I missed it. Is it one better than one?
Nope, it is 7 better than one, so that's good.
All right.
All right. D6. Here we go.
All right.
3. That's half.
What's everyone picking their levels in? I figured
Average.
Barbarian, Wizard.
Yeah, it's not. Mine's not a D8. Mine's a D6. Oops. I took a sorcerer.
Okay.
I took Sorcerer as well, so.
Did what?
3.
There you go. They took their levels in the Sorcerer.
Oh, right. For the Warlock.
Does anybody have more than 95 HP?
I have 134.
That's shiving in there.
I have like 81. I'm like, I'm Wizard. What do you want?
Trying to see if that made sense. I was like, dude, 95 feels like a lot of them.
Well, look at your HP and see what your total possible could be if you rolled max it every way along the way. Mine says 99 and I'm at 81s.
Yeah, okay.
I guess I've had some really good rolls with this guy. Because I think I had like one bad level, but everything else has been like ridiculous. And like when we started at 3.
Yeah.
As I rolled 12s on my first 2. Like an 11 and a 12 or something.
Jace is not 11 levels of Sorcerer. How many levels of Warlock do you have?
2.
There you go. So 9, 2.
9 times.
9 times. All right. So you guys will get all the benefits of the next level after you finish a long rest. But last time, you guys fought Pagos, the ice dragon, atop the Graylin mountain range. Found, let's see. So backing up a little bit, you guys climbed up to the top of the mountain, met a guy who was going up there to put Pagos back to sleep, because he said someone woke him up, someone that he couldn't see, but it looked to be about human in height based on what he couldn't see. That guy disappeared with naught but a spot of blood and left his bag of holding. You made it to the top of the mountain. You found there was a guy leaving the cave when you arrived. His hood blew back a little bit. You recognized him to be Reginald Bowley. You then fought Pagos in her lair. Did well there. The Teztusmo stayed outside to handle any incoming kobolds. And you found the only thing weird about the cave was that there was a bit of Pegasus wing that was carved out, like a perfect square, or rectangle. It was done on purpose, taken out. Killed Pagos, cut off Pagos's head, took Pagos down, and made some stew with the local Goliaths who had come to try to do something about it. But you guys got there, and they were able to fight off the village of kobolds. You then Jace received a message from Graven's assistant, someone he had talked to before, asking about information about Ivia's mansion, because it seemed that they said that it seemed that they had been there already. So she was asking Jace about anything that he knew. Basically said, the first time, just a minute, I'm fighting a dragon. And the second time, it's complicated though. I'll come to you, is basically what you said. Mm-hmm. You almost decided to stay the night, like 36 hours at the top of the mountain, but you decided to go ahead and teleport back to the mansion. When you did, you saw a dozen, maybe 24 people walking along the hillside, including Graven, seemingly looking for this place that you are in. But for right now, like, they're just walking around it, as you guys know that happens when you're looking for it. They're just walking around it without even realizing it. And that is where we left off. So you guys are right there seeing all this. What would you like to do?
I think we got to get the artifact out of here.
That's the mirror, right?
It's in the mirror, or is it the mirror itself?
That's the artifact we're talking about, is the mirror, right?
No, I think that was...
No, the artifact's a small thing. The orb. The mirror is just that prison thing.
Yeah.
I have the ray. I can get it straight to the vault room.
And I could, we're technically in another realm. I can try to teleport us out of here with a necklace back to the tower.
I think that's the play.
Here, let me give me the orb.
Should we go in and tell the assistant guy that they may have company? Guy watching this place?
Yeah, what's his name again?
Wesley.
Wesley?
He thinks you're the master now, right?
I think it's Wesley.
He sure does.
Yeah, Wesley.
I'm a man of this house.
Yeah, you're the leader. Maybe you can tell him not to let anyone in after we leave. Destroy the place if he has to.
Let's go. Let's
split
the party.
Tactics.
Wesley, I need you to burn everything to the ground.
Sorry, sir. What?
Nothing. Do we have any defense mechanisms, by the way?
For the tower?
Yes. In case some people make it past the illusion.
No more than what's in the dungeon.
Alright. Well, let's book it down there with Saturn and grab the orb and get the freak out of here.
We're going to have company, sir.
Maybe. Probably.
What would you like me to tell them?
They're coming to pillage this place of everything it's got.
Well, I don't think there's much left, sir.
You're not wrong about that. High five him.
Yes, sir.
Wesley, as much as we joke around, like, we love this place. We respect what Ivia was and did. I can't say the same for these individuals. So you're welcome to welcome them. You're welcome to show them the same hospitality that you did to us when we got here, but they are certainly not welcome to the basement, and in no way, shape, or form should know the new password, which we discussed last time.
Yes, sir.
We decided it was We're the Fisherman Industries 420 or something.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure we did that. Alright, shall we?
All right, so that's our plan. You're gonna teleport there. You're gonna grab the thing, and we're gonna get out of here.
I think so.
Well, off to it, I guess, and I'll teleport into the room.
Okay, you go into the room. You've been there before. It's as you left it. The mirror is there. The orb is there.
I grab the orb.
Okay.
And I will head out.
Didn't we tell them we're gonna meet him here?
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
I'll say this. I mean, if we want, I can talk to them. You guys can bounce.
And you're stuck here.
Well, we can come back. We can come back and get him. Like, I just need I need to get some supplies before I can teleport back here again.
Yeah, I have a place to stay. So. You guys better bounce then. Before Isaac finishes rolling his.
Are you sure this is the best play?
I'm just
gonna leave you
rolling.
here to...
He's rolling wisdom saves, see if they can get in. You guys gotta get the freak out of here. Better that than them happening upon you.
All right, so you got the thing. You came back to us, and we're ready to go.
What's
Yeah,
happening?
Yes.
Do we have all the stuff?
We have everything except for the mirror, which we're gonna not bother taking.
And whatever magic item you found, you've given to us to take with us.
The orb.
Right? Yeah. Is that the one that you had?
You had the island stone.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, keep that hidden.
Yeah, here, you take it.
Give it
I'll take it off. Yeah. I'll give it to them. All right.
Yeah.
Get the freak out of here, guys.
Yeah, let's head out.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Everybody's gonna hold hands, and we'll use the necklace that everybody's going. See if it'll teleport us back to the tower from here. Never tried it from this type of dimension.
You got the spell slot for it? Oh, that's from the amulet. Okay.
Yeah, that's the amulet I'm using.
Okay. Yeah, you guys join hands. Everyone but Jace, right?
Yeah.
We're doing this? Okay.
It'd be fun.
All right. Yeah, you guys all... Poof, you're gone.
Fudge. Well.
Now you're alone, Jason. We're in the tower.
Yep,
Who's
you guys
going,
are-
Isaac?
You
Us
guys
with me or them?
do what?
I'm just saying, is it me or them?
Well, is there anything that you guys want to do? Let me ask that.
Well, I think we need to I think we need a safe room to store stuff in here, I guess, because this is the most hidden place we have.
Isaac, I'll tell you this. I plan on
it's
going
hidden
out.
so much I don't even know where it's at.
Okay.
room
Okay. Well,
early on.
if you're just gonna start like making some arrangements in the tower, I'll just let that be. So I'll skip back to
Yeah.
Jace then.
What up, Eric?
What up?
Okay. So
Mistakes.
actually, before we, if Eric is here now, before we move on to Jace.
I need to catch Eric up.
So yeah, you guys went back to the Ivia's mansion.
Let's make sure Eric wanted to go with us before we say whether he goes or not.
Okay, since he's here,
Give him the choice.
Give him the
Yeah.
choice.
Fair.
You guys arrived at Ivia's mansion. You saw all of Graven's people, or lots of Graven's people, looking around, presumably for this mansion. You guys ran inside the mansion, went Saturn went down to the treasure room, grabbed the orb, came back up, and everyone is leaving with Mouse except for Jace.
I think we grabbed the mirror too, didn't we?
No one said anything about the mirror.
Do we leave that?
The mirror's big, and I don't know that we could carry and transport that.
I thought we were taking the mirror. I thought it was like
No, it's the orb that we wanted to get out of there.
I thought we wanted the mirror. All right, well, screw me. I don't know what's going on. Apparently.
We'll show up on time, dog, and you. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're right, dude.
I'm just kidding, dude.
So 2 things, Eric. First off,
Yes.
once you guys sort of get a minute while he's like down there looking for the orb, you look down and notice that your wrist leathery glovey things
Yeah.
are neater looking. They have awakened.
Peter looking. Oh.
So you can look at that whenever you get the chance on your character sheet. And 2, are you going with Mouse or are you staying with Jace?
What are the 2 options? Where are these 2 people going? I came in the
Jace
middle
is
of them.
Jace is staying at Ivia's mansion, presumably to talk to Graven and his people. Mouse
Okay.
took everyone else and went back to the tower. Mouse's
To
tower.
try to get the orb out of there before they found their
There's
way
no way
in.
to escape.
Well, we're gonna try to come back for him, and once I get the materials in another spell slot.
Jace is gonna be
Want me to stay here?
fine.
Well, that's up to you.
If
He'll be
Vonic
okay.
stays, I will stay.
If you think you need the help, I don't see why not.
He told Graven we'd meet him here, so he's here to like.
Yeah.
Talk
I have
to
no
him.
reason to fear this man.
Yeah, because we can just say like there was nothing here. Sorry.
I've not wronged him.
I'm the only one that has to go with an amulet to get this thing out of here.
Yeah.
If
I'll
we're gonna
stay
try to
with
get it
Jace.
out.
I'll stay with Jace as well then.
I'll stick with Mouse.
Okay, well,
That's
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
is
fine.
everyone handing off their stuff that they found in here to Mouse, or are you keeping it on you?
I am hanging on to my rod.
Wait.
I think
what all
anything
did
you,
I-
I think anything you found in this mansion needs to go back.
Yeah, it needs to go back. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
because if they
Yeah.
they see it, they're gonna know you looted the dungeon here,
Yeah,
They might.
let's
I mean,
give up
okay,
everything.
I didn't even know it was in
the treasure.
yeah,
But they
I'm
might.
fine.
We don't know.
How would they know? Like, I'm fine with
We-
handing it off, but like,
We don't. He obviously
Yeah,
see.
I
We
don't
know
know.
that he knows something's here. He's looking for.
Yeah, and they
So we don't know
something's
how
here,
much
but
he's.
they
So we don't know how much he does know.
That's true.
So if he sees an ion stone or something else that he knew was in here, then he's gonna know we found the treasure
Oh,
room.
sorry, Jace, you're screwed. I'm gonna leave you here. And I'm just kidding.
see you later, dude.
See ya. Like, I'm not dropping my magic.
I'm kind of willing to hang on to the rod as like this is what we found.
The rod's so good though. What
It is good, but also like we're not entitled to give them anything.
That's right. Finders
There's
keepers and all that jazz.
There's a lot
We
of them,
don't
and
owe
only,
them.
only you.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so you 3 are staying there, and me, Merton,
Yep.
and Testuzmo are going back to the tower.
What stuff do I have from here? Do I have anything from her?
You have the
Because we
Infinity
might as well-
chain.
Oh, okay. I'll
Might as well take Testuzmo back with us too.
I'll give them the chain.
So you're kind of quiet, Eric. Maybe,
Uh,
maybe just because your mic is sort of pointed off, but
Yeah, sorry.
There you
I'll change my mic once I sit back down. I was trying to stay connected. All right. I'm back.
welcome back.
He's back.
I'll hand off the ring, her ring, to the vault.
Okay.
That's good.
So is anybody keeping anything from the vault, or is it all going with Mouse,
It's
Merton,
all
and
going
Testuzmo?
now. Yeah, it's going with them.
We're gonna stash it all at the tower, so get it later.
All right, I'll give it to him.
Okay. So unequip that stuff. You don't have to like take it out of your inventory. Just know that it's not in your inventory right now.
Yeah, I took it off. Not happy about it. But
I'm pretty unhappy about it. Oh, and Eric, roll hit
Oh,
die
let's go
for
to
level
Sunny
up as well.
Cheeks. Okay. I was on Sunny Cheeks. I'm having to switch. Roll my hit die. Okay, I will do that. What is my hit die? It's a D10. God dang, I got so much stuff to set up. Hold on. Let me fire. I'll roll that when I get in the game.
Okay.
Continue on while I'm launching.
All right, so everyone takes off except for Jace, Saturn, and Vonic.
Indeed.
What would you like to do there?
Here.
I think I'm gonna go to the edge of the illusion,
Uh-huh.
That's not what I said.
and I see Graven. Right?
Yep, he's off in the distance a little ways, but yeah, you see him.
I'll shout to him. I'll shout, "Hey, Graven!"
He
Hey,
slowly turns
boy.
around and looks at you. He
Does he
gets
see me?
like a little side smile.
Is there any recognition?
Yeah, if you're waving at him, yeah, he's like, "Oh, hello."
Like through the illusion?
Oh, you aren't leaning out the illusion?
No, I'm like behind
then,
the
then yeah,
yeah.
you can't, then no one can hear you.
Oh, they can't hear me. Okay. All right, then I'm just gonna step out.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay back in and
Yeah.
watch.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so you step out, and if you're not saying anything, you like a couple people stop in their tracks and look at you. And they start
Hey,
saying,
guys.
hey,
So-
hey!
Yeah.
Eventually,
me.
everyone
Yep.
gets attention of Graven. He turns around and looks at you, walks over to you.
I'll wave at him as he walks up. Hey, boss. How's it going?
Hello. Seems you've found what I was looking for.
Yeah, we found what we were looking for too. So, you want to check it out? It's pretty cool. First, I need all of your men to follow the sequence of hand actions, and I gotta go through and I do the safety dance,
Make a
and I'm like,
make a deception check.
this is how you see it.
Can he make a performance check to see how well he does the safety dance?
But it's not as good. Okay.
Summon me. Are we just on the overworld right now?
Yeah.
All right.
So there's
I want to
there's
use minor illusion to just make those guys hear S S S S A.
Safety. Dance. 19. Okay.
You gotta land on your right foot. The right foot.
You all the guys look towards Graven and he just looks back at you. Stares at you.
All right, here you go. Here's your deception check.
Oh,
What are you doing here, Jace?
Sorry, just having a bit of fun. Yeah, so it's actually right through here. Here, I'll step through and then I'll like hold out my hand and be like, "Yoo-hoo!" This way.
Graven reaches out, takes your hand, and
I
walks
pull him through.
He looks around. Magnificent.
Pretty cool, huh?
He reaches out.
Pretty cool.
He sticks his head out and yells for one of his guys to come over. Come here. And he pulls him in. He goes, get everyone else in. And he walks over to you. So what can you tell me about this place?
Well, we've been through it. Big old mansion tower kind of thing. Beautiful, austere. 7 bedrooms, 3 bath. 3,600 square feet. There is a pool and
1,000 square feet.
36,000 square feet. Exactly. Sorry. Thank you, Vonic. There is an illusory butler. They think that Ibia has been gone for as long as we've known her to be gone. Unfortunately. So, what are you hoping to find here?
How did you find out about this place?
I mean, like, everyone talks about, like, oh, you know, like, don't be like Ivia, you know, be like Mike. So So we just kind of set out to seeking it because like we had heard through like Aegis channels and like a couple other rumors and things like that that like no, really like there's a horde that we could seek out or something like that.
Did you find this horde? He stares directly into your soul when he asks.
I mean, dude, look at this. This is like $8 million property. Like, you see how big this mansion is? This is sweet. Is this not what you think? You think there's more than like this?
Make me a deception check, please.
Yeah, boy, I will.
Anything I can do to give him a bonus?
Let me see if I have something.
Dang,
I
what
don't.
was my old strength score before I drank that potion of super strength?
Rolled really good in D&D Beyond.
I did roll really good at D&D Beyond.
It's like 27. You rolled 22 in Tailspire, though. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I'm waiting to see. Are you using anything on? Or are you taking your 22?
I am looking because I can't remember if my ability check. You must use the new roll, potentially turning the failure into a success. Oh, that fails. Did it fail?
Well, I don't know yet. I gotta.
It says when you make an ability check, that fails. Oh boy. Looks like it did not fail.
So he looks at you and he says, "Yes, I believe there might be more. But primary use for this right now is going to be a bit of a relocation. I realize that you were here first, but I believe we can come to some sort of agreement."
I believe that I'll have to talk to my team about this, but trust me, I think they like what I have to say, so we can potentially be amenable to that. You guys need a new HQ?
We are looking for a new place to set up for a while.
Yo, what? Like, what? What? Why? Like, what happened?
Let's just say
Didn't that
things
one
have
guy
gotten a bit hot in Takria.
Yeah, they
I'll-
remember?
I'll whisper to him. Cause yeah, I remember. I don't think Brian was there personally for that, but I remember that. Were you guys involved in that?
He leans into you. What do you know about it?
We were there, like at, Takria Central, and trust me when I say like, we don't have a lot of sympathy for the Aegis in this group. A lot of us are very much on the outside. In fact, frankly, none of us really batted an eyelash at what happened other than the severity of it, and only because it was quite shocking, not because of the nature of it. So
You were there personally.
yeah, no sympathizers in our group, but yeah, we were there when it happened.
Was it clean?
I don't remember, guys. I mean, Jace probably does, but I don't remember. Didn't somebody die or something?
It was
It
just
seemed very well coordinated and thought out and effective.
almost too effective.
Almost at a sense that maybe the Aegis let it happen.
Okay. So,
Inside check.
go ahead and make an insight check.
Yeah, I want to insight that as well.
Go ahead. It's a natural 20.
Is he giving a vibe that he's lying about how much he knows, Isaac?
With the insight with a natural 20, yeah, man, natural 20. Okay, here's what you pick up on. He is
Give us your boat.
he is sort of checking to see how much you know, and making it seem like he doesn't want to. He's trying to make it seem like he's asking these questions so that he doesn't give you more than you already know. But with that insight check, he is asking these questions because he doesn't know.
He doesn't know? Like, does not know?
Correct.
Damn.
Dang.
Interesting. Well, hey, if you were involved, kudos, but frankly, it doesn't really seem to me to be your type of game exactly what happened there, which is kind of freaky. So if you feel like you're going to catch heat for something you didn't do, like, by all means. This is kind of our pad, but, like, you can take, like, the East Wing. We have not double-deckered anything over there yet, so it's clean.
Well, maybe one.
Hang on, Saturn.
And also, I'll tell you, since you rolled a nat 20 on the insight check, and there's all of his people are starting to come in. Before, when you went down into the basement of that bar there, you had noticed there were like you've seen a lot of the people that you've seen in that bar.
Mm-hmm.
And up on the catwalk that you couldn't actually see anyone's faces, you took note that there were like multiple people up there at any given time. I mean, when you were there, you saw at least 4, and you know that they have to be like, between conversations you've had with Mouse about how these things typically run and your common sense, you know that there has to be at least then 4 per shift. And you only see 3 people here that carry that crossbow.
You look a little thin in numbers, Graven. You guys okay?
He like gives you a side-eye glare. We'll be fine.
Any chance you brought any heat here?
It's very unlikely.
But
Can I
not
ask how you-
impossible?
If there's one thing I do know, it's how to cover my tracks.
Well, maybe you can teach us, because clearly you found out that we found it.
What? He just looks so rich, confused by that statement.
You messaged us saying, hey, did you find it? As if you knew that we were even on the trail.
Well, we had a little chat with the only living person here who was ever alive. Well, the only living person when Avia was here. And he described someone who talked to him, whose description matched that of a certain someone we know.
Yeah, did they tell you that I was like an academic or something?
Yes, he asked if I was with you here for the historical events.
Yeah. We're writing a book together. Did you know that?
That's what everyone seems to think.
Okay, you can come up with your own like author name or whatever. It's gonna be super cool. And then I'll give him double bones on it.
For the first time since you've met him, you see him smile a smile of like, not just a like a grin, but an actual smile, and just the smallest chuckle. He says, "Well, if anyone was going to beat me here, at least it was you." And he starts to walk into.
Well, technically, it was me.
That's true. That's true. This guy, he found it.
You're welcome.
He walks up to the door to go in, and that programmed illusion of Ivia pops up and gives the speech. And he's like, "Wesley," and Wesley pops up. "Yes, sir." He looks at Wesley and looks at you, Jace. This comes with the mansion.
Yeah, like he'll bring you food and stuff.
"Wesley, will you bring me food?" "Yes, sir." "What would you like?" So he like gives him a food order and walks inside and just like sits on the most comfortable looking couch, and like you see him like breathe a sigh of relief.
This is my horde.
You've inspected the entire place thoroughly.
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of looked through as much as we can. We also, okay, see that over there, and I'll point to the mountain.
Mhm.
That's where he's from, and I'll point to Vonik. And I don't know if you noticed, but there was a wicked storm there that has never been there before. So we got here, scoped things out a little bit. We saw something was going on up there, and that is where, I'm sure your homeboy told you, that is where we were fighting a dragon, which was pretty cool. And Vonik, I think you still have some pieces of it, right?
I do. Well, no, I left them. Oh, well, I have some teeth and claws and stuff.
Yeah, check this stuff out.
I left the head with the rest of them.
He looks up at the mountain, and the storm is like, you can tell it's starting to die down. He's like, seems you were successful.
Yeah, but I mean, it was...
What was his name again? I've forgotten.
The dragon?
It's been too long. Yeah.
Pagos.
Ah, Pagos. Yes.
I
Pagos
mean,
was a
really,
legendary kill.
it didn't seem too difficult. For us, at least.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, Pagos was a legendary kill, but kind of a legendary pushover too.
He's
I
sort of,
am whatever the...
one of you
Good
make
thing Mouse in there. He'd disagree with you.
one of you make a persuasion check with advantage on this.
I +5 on that.
You do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Not a good start.
No,
Not a better one.
7. It's like, huh. Well, I'll keep that in
If
mind.
you didn't seem to. You didn't seem to believe that. I couldn't help but notice that your face seemed rather incredulous.
It is quite
It probably
the
has
tale.
something to do with...
Well,
It probably
it
has
was
something
easy. It was easy for me. I didn't get hurt.
It probably has something to do with Chase is the equivalent of, like, his appearance is the equivalent of being, like, half HP.
Just pale.
Well, at least you did all survive, right? You're missing some, aren't you?
They had to go to the library.
Had to go recover after that.
We go to that library all the time. You wouldn't believe it.
Give me a deception check, Vonik.
Oh, I have advantage on deception checks. For what reason? Rune Carver. Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna need that because I don't have any bonus.
Yeah.
15.
15. He just sort of squints at you. He's like, all right. And you see him sort of look over at the one of his people and give him a nod, and she like just writes something down, puts it away.
What you writing there?
She keeps track of people that I might find useful.
Like, dragon killers? What's up? And I, like...
I mean,
If
they're
you
not
don't
gonna be in the
mind, you just
library
put
forever.
the nameless few. It's the name of our band of merry friends.
Yes, I know who you are.
Graven, how long do you intend on shacking up here?
Well, we're going to have to send a few scouts back into Talk Radio to see what's happening.
Is it, like one of the crossbow guys that you're missing?
Give me a persuasion check. Sixteen's not bad.
Oh, man, I got oodles of noodles of sorcery points left. So, did that fail, Isaac?
It's a scale, right? It's a
Right.
it's a
His eye.
We'll leave it.
It's a
We'll leave it.
spectrum.
That's fine. Yeah, we'll leave it. Jace was more intending to, like, kind of, like, throw something at him that he noticed. Like, hey, is this going to make you flinch? Kind of thing.
So actually, give me one more persuasion check.
Okay.
We'll call it
Yeah, well,
advantage. Because
This up and roll again. Ooh, 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 ooh.
He's
he looks at
rolling
you
good
and says,
tonight.
"Is there somewhere we can chat privately?"
Absolutely. Let's head to the mast. No, never mind. That's weird. That's my
Is there a
nerve.
lot of people in here? I'm like looking around.
Yeah, all of his
Is there
people
a-
are coming
okay,
in.
all of his people are in here. Okay.
Yeah.
This is we're in the living room.
Let's take a walk on the grounds. I want to show you something additional out there. I assume nobody's out there. If everybody's occupying the
No,
house.
they're all like, "Ooh," coming in, looking at everything.
Yeah. And then Vonik and Saturn, like they can come to. The nameless few. One
Yes,
is all.
please.
Unless you're uncomfortable with that.
No, please.
As we start walking out, I start pointing to everyone. Don't dirty the place up.
Looking like a
And I'll
true
duck my head under the door
Goliath.
like this.
I'm gonna follow behind Vonik, and as he's saying that, I'm just reinforcing. Yeah, don't dirty it up. Keep it clean. I want it spotless.
As you guys are walking out, who's the last one of you out? Is it Saturn?
Probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
they went first, and then I followed
So-
behind them.
As you guys are walking out, Paraphane runs up to you. Which is Mouse's friend.
Yeah, that's right.
yes, I remember
Is-
the name.
Hey, is Mouse all right?
Yeah, he's just
Mouse
at
is
the
fine.
library.
Yeah, we had to split up because fought a dragon. It got real messy. So some of us went back to town. Some of us came here to help you guys out. That kind of thing.
Mouse
I promise
almost
he's all
died.
right.
Mouse actually was like almost completely unscathed. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it was.
Okay, don't keep Graven waiting. Go.
Okay, cool. And then I'll like give him a bones.
Of bones. What is a bones?
Yeah, like
oh,
pound.
a fist bump. Okay.
Yeah, fist bump.
Bones.
Once you guys get sort of out of earshot of everyone that's still in there, just Graven and the person that he was walking, that he was like telling to make notes, is with him.
Oh.
And he says, "How much do you actually know about what happened in Takria?"
We can relay what we saw, I guess. I mean, Saturn and Vonik. I don't remember. I wasn't there.
Well, the only thing that I know is Aegis members are gunning after Aegis members. They used some sort of device that was able to cut magic off. And that was designed by an Aegis member.
We're,
Out of character. Out of character, are you gonna tell him that we found a crossbow, the same ones that his guys are using?
yeah,
Did we?
can.
I don't remember.
Well, you didn't find
I
a
don't
crossbow.
remember
You
that.
saw them.
We
Someone rolled a
we
really
saw
good
it.
How
perception
about
check.
I thought
We
just
saw the
saw
guy
it.
shooting with it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can mention that, but like, crossbows can be stolen.
I just want to see his reaction when I'm describing this device.
How do you
All the
describe it to him
inside
again?
It's the box that
Okay.
would zap away your magic.
He's sort. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Come on.
Advantage on insight as well.
Yeah, you can't. It's hard. He's hard to read. He's kind of made a profession of being hard to read. So he
Tell him.
but you tell him all that, and he says, "My best lieutenant, Lucia, went missing a few hours before that happened."
Did we tell him about the crossbow thing? We
Yeah.
are assuming that we said that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
assuming
I
you
think-
said that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I know where he might have been. With a few dozen men.
And he says, after it happened, one of the people she took with her came back to me and informed me that Lucia had taken a bunch of the people that she trained under my watch to perform an assassination. Of course, I didn't know how clean it was going to be, so we grabbed what we could and left. Seems
And you
that-
did not order this.
No. I have no love for
say it.
the Aegis. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't seem... There's no tell to him lying.
Okay.
He says, I have no love for the Aegis, but I had figured them out. I was doing quite well under the Aegis radar. I had no intention of changing something that I was profiting from. And now you're telling me that not only did Lucia have something to do with this, but there were some kind of, you say, anti-magic fields there.
They were like boxes. They carried them around every time they went past the torches. And put the magic torches out, they'd light the torches and keep moving.
What was Mouse's dad's name?
Tasserin.
Tasserin.
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of the name Tasserin? And I want to, as soon as I say that name, I'm inciting this dude unless he starts telling me stuff.
You can make an insight check if you want. He says, he kind of looks down for a minute. Tasserin.
20.
That sounds familiar. But I
Yo,
can't
check
say.
it in your notebook.
He actually does. He looks over at her, and she's like starts thumbing through. And she like
Check your
holds
comp
up a
book.
page. She holds up a page and points. He says, he was seems he was an Aegis member.
Well, yeah, was
He's the one who designed the boxes.
One of them.
one of them, but he's dead.
And guys, can I ask if you help me remember this? So, like,
Suspected.
Makes
the assassination, they had like anti-magic whatevers to get past the Aegis things, and the Aegis people were like surprised.
Well, they had boxes that basically put up an anti-magic field in the whole area,
As
and
they
nobody
moved,
could cast any spells. It deadened magic
Oh, okay.
while they were
And
active. And one
the
of
ar-
them was made by Tasser and Everflame, but the other ones were not.
the artifact that we found, not the same thing.
No, it's something different.
Okay.
You're talking about the orb, right?
The orb, yeah.
Yeah, it's something different.
So with the
Okay.
the 20 insight, when he says he was a Aegis member, you can tell he was he's not being dishonest with you, but he's holding something back.
I'm giving you a lot here. I can. Come on now. Spill the beans.
Give me a persuasion check.
we've literally given you the keys to a castle.
16.
Well, we haven't decided on that. We got.
We showed him where it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I just want to make it feel like,
he says it's not substantiated, but we thought he may have been a double agent for someone else.
Okay.
Oh, Pagu.
All right, Siri.
Is he? You say he died,
As far as we know, he's dead.
but he made at least one of these devices.
At least one.
And it would have been months ago. So this has been in the planning for a while.
Yeah, he'd been dead a while.
Well, it's going to be difficult to make inquiries not being in Takria. But
Well, that's what the message bell is for. We're
it
sending.
seems, well,
Yeah, I'm good at that, by the way. If you need any pointers or whatever, I'll help you out.
it is one thing to send messages, it is quite another to do reconnaissance. And it's a little bit more difficult to scry on people within Takria than it is some other non-city place, if you know what I
Oh.
mean.
Well, yeah. You could just keep people there and they can scry with their eyes, you know what I'm saying?
All my people are here right now.
Oh. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Damn right. Vonic. Whoa! We're just a couple of fun-loving people here, Craven. So thanks for finding us humorous.
He says, the man who came back to me, the assassin, said that there was some... Lucia said that she had orders. She said they were from me. But she said that she had orders to take out some of these Aegis people. And they used not only their regular toxins, but a toxin that would not allow them to be revived.
Permadead.
I suppose outside of the most powerful wizards, but the most powerful wizards would likely just step into the place of power.
Oh, so I mean, are you suggesting something conspiratorial then?
I'm just giving you the
Interesting.
information.
Do we know who's absorbed the vacuum, if you will?
From what I can tell, it's all still within the council right now. I think they are still trying to do an investigation. I don't think everything is shaken out yet.
Has Lucia returned? Or did Lucia die?
I have not talked to Lucia.
And she claims that you gave the order.
That's what she told the man that came back to me.
Hey, between you and us, like, what'd you do with the guy that came back? Like, that's sus, right? Like,
We made sure he was telling the truth.
cool.
How did you do that? What
He
way?
sort of squints at you. Some secrets, I think, are best kept to myself.
He probably used magic. Or he just hit him a lot.
It was like, you just cast a spell, right? That was it. Right? Right?
He just smiles at you.
Right,
Hitting
Craven?
him a lot's really easy.
He looks at Jake. Don't be naive.
Graven, you've done right by us. You've done right by me, especially with my family. So, if there's anything that like we can do to make this easier, obviously, I'll talk to the boys, but I'm happy to have you guys hang out here at the pad. So,
Well, I think I've told you all I know. There will likely be investigation from the Aegis. We had heard that they were training some sort of special ops unit. It seems like this would be in their wheelhouse.
Oh, what did they
But
call those guys?
But I don't
Like-
know precisely what that is for.
Did they have
like,
a name?
not the Emancipators?
No. This would be from what my sources say, it's some kind of
Proclamators.
almost anti-magic force.
It's where the anti-mage
We
is.
originally thought that maybe they were doing this to deal with whatever this other faction was that we couldn't find. The one that we thought Tasserin might have been working for. But now that this has happened, I'm sure they will be all over it. Make me an intelligence or history check, Jace.
Okay. Do you have a name, by the way, Graven, on that organization or group?
But I don't.
You want a history check?
Yep.
Alrighty. Super good at that. Really stayed awake through the classes on that one.
13 is high enough to remember that this sort of fits the description of what your brother was talking about.
Yeah, but not involved in, right?
No, he was
Or was-
he was trained by the Aegis for this.
Okay. As a retaliation against what happened, right?
Well,
Is
he
that what
didn't know what it was for.
Yeah, but that's what Graven is intonating, is that like, hey, the Aegis is trying to put together a...
Yeah, Graven is
I don't
trying to tell you that he got information saying that potentially the Aegis was putting together a group to deal with other magical factions that would have beef with the Aegis.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
But that were not reliant so much on magic as more counter magic and like martial ability.
Interesting. Okay. Well, crazy stuff. Ooh. Ooh, Graven.
But if you lot saw those crossbows, then I am glad we left. That means someone else may have seen them as well.
Well, it's pretty hard to find this place.
You just have to have extremely well taught eyes, like myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that someone found it. We may have been here for a few more days looking for it, it seems.
Graven, I don't do this kind of stuff, but if you were able to find this area-ish because you talked to the one guy that knows about it, I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't want this place to get found out by anybody pursuing you. So, like, you don't think anybody could have made a way to the town nearby?
He gives you a smile and says, "It's been taken care of."
Well, oh, dude, that, man,
What do you think from the E skill's gonna do?
I didn't need to know. Yeah, alright, well,
Oh, he's fine.
cool, good. That's all I wanted to hear. Thank you. I don't care if it's true or not.
But should you go and talk to him, he may not remember you.
Oh, I love that. Yes. He remembers his own name, though, right? Like, he's not like a, you know...
He's fine.
Cool.
The veggie table.
Yeah, exactly. A veggie table. All right. Dude, roll the nat 20 in D&D Beyond on that history check.
Well, fortunately, the DC wasn't terribly high since this was something that happened to
Yeah.
you personally fairly short time ago.
I want to point out to him the teleportation circle
Oh,
and just say, like,
excellent.
you know, our allies, they may be returning here to this, and I don't know if you have people within your midst that can make use of this, but convenient, right?
Indeed. He starts looking around. I think this will work for a while.
You know, if we're cool with it, right,
By
guys?
the way, I did catch word that those emancipators went missing. You
That's
wouldn't happen to
right.
know anything about that, would you?
That's crazy.
Who could have taken those
Well-
guys out even? I thought
They're
they
He
were
looks
like
over at his
extra strong.
he looks over at his person that writes things down and gives her a nod, and she writes something down.
That's nutty. I heard that they just kind of gave up on emancipating. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mind
happens.
link with the person that's writing stuff down,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just say, And that's spelled SATURN
DAY. Knights.
CORNELIUL. Cornelius.
You see her look startled for a second and look around to see who's
And,
doing
and,
it, and
and when she
finds you
looks
meeting
over
her.
at me, I'm just staring right at her with a big smile, like.
She looks down and continues writing.
That's amazing.
So anytime, any information you get on what's happening with the Aegis, I would love to hear.
You have any
We
contacts
have,
with them?
We had a contact.
Oh, damn. Were they there too?
Perhaps. I have not
Perhaps,
heard from them,
Okay.
so presumably. Or I have been cheated again. We will find out. If you find Lucia, try to find out what happened to her. And I'll
Is she
just take
dangerous?
Take your incredibly. Take your previous insights. Just the way he talks about her, they seem to be not lovers, but close, like close knit.
Okay.
And this betrayal hurts. And he doesn't want to believe that it was simply because she changed sides.
And do we feel like there are sides in this? Like, obviously, that act potentially puts his organization at risk, but not necessarily like us versus them.
Give me another insight check to see how much about, because like just your politically, yeah, you're correct. 16, yeah, it's about all you can get with 16. But yes, politically you're correct in that it doesn't necessarily pit them against each other. But you also know from just being down in there and having talked to Mouse about how these thieves guilds typically run, that is not a thing that is done. Where you go and make a big splash without the boss's permission.
Does Graven report to somebody?
You don't know.
Oh, you're saying Lucia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone reports to someone. Come on.
But I'm my own boss. Okay. Hey, Graven, while we're talking, Reginald Booley, does that mean anything to you?
He looks over at... Doesn't ring a bell. He looks over at the woman, and she like thumbs through. She looks back up at him and shakes her head. Who is that?
Guy that should be dead, but apparently isn't. I honestly don't know. Hero of a local town, and I kind of give him the spiel and tell him, like, ran into him. Also, like, had a freaky transformation, arm, claw, shindig, dealy-woo, and, yeah. Just, weird stuff in Takria.
Well, if he was a hero, then he might not have used that name with me. What's he look like?
I just cast, well, let me see if I cast. Oh, I have Silent Image. I cast Silent Image, and, show him. This is him.
He looks at it. He looks at you. Reginald, you say?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will do that.
I will do that.
I will really, really do that.
work.
He looks at you.
Dude.
Seems our fates are at least entwined for now. That man told me his name was Draga.
Rhaega?
Draga.
We saw him on the mountain.
On the mountain?
That's true. When before we fought the dragon, he was up there.
He came out of the dragon's lair.
We acquired some items for him. In fact, we delivered them not long before I met you.
Interesting. I'll silent image like the way that his arm transformed and like the similarity between him and the monster that we fought outside of the Feyfire Festival.
He just sort of is... That's peculiar. I don't know what he wanted with those items, but... my business with him was concluded.
I don't suppose there's any chance he'll tell us what those items were.
Are you going to look into Lucia for me?
We can do our best.
Didn't seem to want to be found. We tried to follow him.
You tell me what happened with Lucia, and I'll tell you what he got.
That seems like a fair deal to me.
Pretty easy.
Did we?
You want me
And
to
you?
tell
Sorry, what?
What?
Tell you what happened to that guy.
I think that was someone in there, someone's background talking.
Oh, okay.
Who? And this is for you guys. When the assassination happened, you tried to pursue, right, or something.
Yes, I do.
But did I assume we weren't able to catch whoever it was?
I wasn't able to use any magic.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Chase, but they were gone before I could get there.
We assumed that was her. Then I guess.
But there was a few, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was like a handful of them. But you, based on what you saw there that day and what Graven is telling you, she was likely one of them.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can. We'll let you know if we find out anything.
I would appreciate it.
Oh man, plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
Every time I hear that phrase, I'm reminded of a Mysterious Lands Theater thing. I don't even remember what movie it was, but it was like supposedly this like revolutionary thing happened, and it like didn't really make sense. And they go, "The plot thinnens."
Mystery Science Theater, dude.
The plot thickens. That's great. Okay. Cool.
Well, I guess we're done here.
Graven.
Wait, anyway, so.
Yeah.
I
You
think-
should check out the beds. They are phenomenal. We kind of have ours picked out. Like I said, West Wing kind of type over there. Especially after what we went through, you don't even want to be on that side. So.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm looking at this place. I think there's probably room for all of us.
Yeah, of course there is. We found it.
All we're saying is you have your room over there, and we'll have our room over here.
Sure. And with your previous insight checks,
I'm
you
already
tell
done. I'm walking
that
away.
bristles him a little bit, but he's also aware that you have gone into some sort of partnership. So
As we walk away, like Bones him too. Like, yo, all right, I'm looking forward to this. This is sick. I always thought you were cool. And then I'll give Bones to his like note keeper person too. His
Secretary.
his administrative assistant. She puts off those kind of vibes. Look at me. I'm assuming it's a her. Terrible.
It is a her. I said it was her several times.
Oh, cool. Never mind. My assumption was correct then.
Assumption correct. Doesn't matter.
Assumption based on the fact that you said it was. Alrighty. Cool.
All right. What else would you like to do? And if the other group, what are you guys doing, if anything?
Well, couple things. First thing we would have done was find a good room to put all the stuff in for now. Which
You had that. Are you still using that room at the very beginning?
The practice room,
Yeah.
the safety room.
Yeah, safety room.
Yeah, we can ditch everything in the safety room. It's
wasn't that already trapped? Or like
God.
Oh, you're talking about his laboratory. That's where the
Yeah.
teleport thing is.
Oh.
We can put it in there. It's just the office, but we took the door passwell spell down.
Yeah, and currently the door is being held open with a chair because it
Yeah.
locks when it closes.
Redneck engineering right there.
We can keep everything in the safety room though, like it's a magical dampened room,
The danger room.
danger room, practice room. I call it practice room. It's my practice room. That's where I learned it.
It sounds like the tower's broken. Got this goddamn door and locks every time it shuts. I don't know what to do about it.
Well,
I
the
guess
true
I'll set a
master's
door,
dead.
set chair in front of it.
I guess it technically is broken. The true master's dead.
All right, I got a solution. We'll take a saw and we'll cut the doorknob out.
Solution. Solution is I could learn the knock spell.
We could put a piece of tape over the latch so that it can't.
Anyways, so yeah, we'll ditch all that stuff there, and then I would want to probably teleport to Bravel, because two things: I need to get some magical supplies, like chalk for teleportation.
Okay.
And I want to check on Marcellus.
Okay.
Because
Via
when
the
we were here
amulet?
last, I wanted to check on him, but everything was locked down tight.
You're going via the amulet?
Yeah, I'm gonna via the amulet. I'm gonna put my purple robes on and
Okay.
look official-ish.
When you go to try to do it, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. That's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, you do know that entrance is like the more sort of casual entrance. You do know that they have a separate teleportation circle. You don't know if that one's working or not.
Yeah, well, I can't teleport there. So,
Okay. So,
all right. Well,
anything
could be a
else?
Take a
problem.
nap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna do a long rest, but this could be a problem if I don't have access to get to towns.
Uh-oh.
We do have a boat.
We made
No,
travel more interesting.
We are in a place that I don't know where we're actually at. This tower is hidden.
Out of character. It's not hidden forever. You could just walk straight out from there and eventually hit something and be like, oh, that's where we are.
In
theory.
we could, but
You don't know how far
we
away
don't
it is.
know. We don't
Is
know
that
how
how it
far.
is? It's not on its own plane.
I don't even know that.
I thought it was just like out in the woods.
It look as far as I can tell, it's in a forested area with a pond nearby. But that's as far as I know. All travel was done magically to and from this place.
Could it just be like Evia's place?
Could be.
I don't know. I've never really went further than the pond.
Looks like we're going to be going on a hike, boys.
Let's get on this high.
Well, actually, it's just me and Merton and
I'm in once I'm there. God dang.
Yeah, it's just
so.
Mouse, Merton, and Tez Tuzmo right now.
Where is Tez Tuesday?
How funny would it be if you like walked 50 yards out of it and it was the same thing as Ivia's thing, you know?
It's just
They're next door.
it's next door, yeah.
Yo,
Tez Tuzmo's been
Tasserin.
walking- He's been wandering around there quite a bit though.
That's true.
Yeah,
Justice
that's
does go out a lot.
Catherine and Ivia, like neighbors.
right,
Are
well-
there anything else going on? Or is there any messages going from Group A to Group B, or vice versa?
No, we're gonna take a long rest. If I can't get to town, then I'll just take a long rest.
I think here, let me how many where am I at? I got a couple spell slots left. I might do a couple sendings.
Okay.
I'll want to ensure that I'm out of earshot with these concerning Graven and his Dark Brotherhood.
Can't you do sendings just in your head? You don't have to talk out loud.
I guess I could
Uh,
subtle spell it.
Isn't it psychic link?
I think
I
that
thought
you
that's how
actually
they work.
do say the words.
Well,
believe
I
it's
thought it was
how-
a psychic link.
That works.
The creature hears the message in its mind, but the sender, it has verbal components, I guess. So
Oh, send the message.
But I mean, getting out of earshot is easy enough. Presumably, you do know that Graven has some sneaky folks working for him, being a thieves guild. But you also know that he at least trusts you in some manner. So that is up to you what you want to do there.
I will. How many would it take? If that's the case, then how do you feel about like subtle spell, silencing, sending?
Let me read how it works again. Because I think you actually have to say the words. Let me look.
Okay. The description doesn't say that you say them out loud. It just says verbal components. But
I will allow you to, if you subtle spell it, I will allow you to do it without speaking.
because I'm happy to do that. So
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess that works. That's okay. It'd be a sorcerer only kind of thing, I guess.
I'm also cool if you feel like, nah, that's too cheese, but it's your call.
Let me read it one more time. What does it say? It says, you send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. Yeah, it doesn't like specify that you speak a short message.
Jeremy Crawford, where are you?
Oh,
So yeah,
I just
I'll say if you subtle spell it, then you can do it silently.
I just realized something about the teleportation circle spell.
What?
If it's a permanent teleportation circle, I don't need the chalks and stuff. I can just cast the spell.
Oh. Yes.
It says if I cast it in the same spot over and over, you create a permanent teleportation circle. But there's already one in the tower, so I wouldn't need to create a like with the inks and chalk.
Well, yeah, but you still need them to cast a spell to move to it. You don't. You would.
I
You
thought
wouldn't
it was
need to.
to.
You wouldn't need to if you were trying. You don't have to make another one, but you still need it. That's for making one to like. That's the input, if you will, or output.
But if
whatever
you're
you-
teleporting to two permanent circles, I would think you wouldn't need the chalk. But the
no,
chalk's
because
to
you
create
still
a
you
circle.
still use the chalk to. It's basically like writing down the address that you then go
Alright.
to
On teleport?
on
Yeah, I thought it
teleportation
was-
circle. Not teleport. Teleport's a different spell. Yeah. So as you cast a spell, you draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground inscribed with the sigils that link your location to a permanent teleportation circle.
But that's assuming you're making your own circle, right? If you're on a permanent circle and going to another permanent circle, you don't have to draw a circle.
No, it links. your location with a permanent teleportation circle. So it's the permanent teleportation circle is basically like is an address, and you have to then write down that address and then imbue it with magic to go. Whenever you write it down with chalks, you're telling the arcane magics where you want to go.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, with the sending, that's fine. It'll be if you subtle spell it, you can do it quietly.
Okie dokie. Well, this is gonna get weird since we changed things. Here you go. Cool. This is the first one's to my brother.
Okay.
Aid, everything okay? I've heard you might be more involved in Aegis activities since assassination. Please be careful. Don't mess with these guys. Bad crew. I think that's 25.
That was 25.
Booyah.
You get back. It takes a moment, but you do get a message back. It says, "I'm fine. I'm just doing my job here. I'm always careful."
I'm gonna send him another one. Maybe.
Oh, you should have been rolling these at disadvantage if you're subtle spelling them.
Oh, well. Here's the first one, I guess. Oh, sick. We can retroactively, I don't care, however you want to do this.
It probably won't interfere with the spell cast itself. We'll find
Yeah.
out.
11,
39.
39, yeah.
While you're sending that spell, you start to like, man, fingers feel nimble. About a minute goes by and it passes, but for a minute your dexterity had increased by 2.
Yeah. Woo.
And then for this one, I guess it starts over at a D20, right?
Yeah, D20.
So disadvantage.
There you go. I had a 3rd level spell slot left, so I would have cast it at a 3rd level.
Okay, so you're fine.
Any reason to stay in the Aegis? The people you're messing with are very dangerous. Get out. And that's it.
Okay. It takes a moment, but you eventually do get back. I'll consider it, Jace. I do have friends here now. And a purpose. But I will consider what you said.
Okay. Lastly, I'm gonna send a message to Mouse.
Okay.
But actually, I'm gonna send this to Merton.
All right.
Martin's sleeping at the moment.
Alright, I'll send it to Mouse then. It's,
You're an old man groggy whenever you. Who is this?
I mostly just want to send a message about like letting them know. I guess. Like I guess I have to pare this down. All's good. Graven's crew staying at mansion. Things cool. Rest up. Come back when ready. We chillin'.
Like, is that it? Well, we'll see if that's it.
Okay, that's it.
That's an 11 and a 53. Yeah, I think that's
53.
probably it. Oh, and I'll say, leave the stuff. They have no idea. And they bought it. If I have space for that.
So as you're going to cast this last one, you get finished with it and you start to walk off. You look down, your feet are like sunk into the ground.
Like merged with the ground?
Yeah, your feet have sunk into the ground. You look down, you're like, that's a new one. You start to try to pull them
Can I
out.
move?
You can't pull them out. About a minute goes by and eventually they pop out.
Yeah, this freaking
Right when you
weird.
start going, wait a second. I'm not getting out of this.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, start to panic. And then your foot just pops out. Oh, right.
It should probably be like, whatever.
I guess I'll stay out here for a while.
I wonder if this one's gonna wear off. Okay.
Sit down with your feet stuck in there for a while. Forget why you're sitting there, and eventually your feet are out. You're like,
Right.
why am I sitting? Oh, okay.
Oh,
And you
that's
get up and leave.
This is better than the one time where I lost one of them.
So you get that, Mouse. You can reply if you want.
I'll just reply. Everything is safe and in tower. May take a little while to get back to you. Low on spell components.
You got 5.
City is off limit. City is off limits.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, there you go. If there's anything else any of you want to do, you may do so. Otherwise, you can
Rest it up.
begin to take your rest. It will take 2 sleeps to get a long rest. But you can take 1 night, short rest, do anything you want to do, if there's anything you want to do. But all of you know that it will take a while to get a long rest, so there's no panic about not seeing them the very next day.
I would ask Wesley to like make us a fine feast, like a welcome to our new home kind of thing for Graven and his crew, and
Yes, sir.
just hang out with them as much as they'll entertain my presence.
At some point, I do want to talk to Jace.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
cool.
In the middle of all this, like, Jace is yucking it up. Most of the underlings and stuff are just happy to be here. They're like, this place is rad. It's like way nicer looking than the underground bar. So they're just like happy to talk to Jace and stuff. Graven has already done, like, similarly to how he works in the bar, he's already like found himself a corner where he sits with his back to the corner and just sort of surveys what everyone is doing.
How many of them are there?
Around 20?
We could take them.
During the downtime, I'm going to scavenge all of Tasserin's areas that haven't been to really, or gone into, or been unable to go into before, and look for any type of spell components he might have stashed away here in the tower.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. 12 is bad. You don't find any like extra components or anything, but while looking through all the different things, you sort of come back to the lab. And when the first time you had been in the lab, there were like sort of papers strewn about, and at the time, you just sort of put them away. And now you've sort of come back as you're looking through here, and you notice a couple papers. Like a lot of them say, because this was like his sort of an enchanting workshop, and you see like invoices, for lack of a better word, work orders, I guess. A lot of them for the Aegis, like things that he was doing for the Aegis, just like simple enchantments and stuff. But there are a couple that are for something called the Aftermath. You don't know what that is.
All right, I'd probably, if I'm looking through everything, I'd probably like start reading through all these, trying to make sense of what kind of papers he has stashed away, or kind of receipts, trying to figure out what he's making. If there's anything useful that I could use.
Yeah, if you're gonna go through them, you will notice like he's made a few things for the Aftermath. One of them appears it doesn't give the exacts on what everything does. It's more of like a rough overview with what schools of magic are involved. But with one of them, you can piece together that it was some sort of anti-magic field device. And he has made a few other things for them, mostly abjuration based.
Does it have any names, like who he did it for on this receipt?
Nothing but Aftermath.
Page. All right, well, I'll kind of keep that information. I'll just go ahead and write that down in my book. I'm not going to carry his papers around. I'll write it down in my book.
Okay.
Just so I can keep that information.
All right.
That's all I do. Probably talk to Mert and let him know that I don't have us way out of here just where I have to currently.
You what?
Well, Mert and I had full intentions of going to the city and getting all the spell components I need, but they somehow shut the portal down. Can't. We're kind of stuck here.
Like, forever?
We find another way out of here. I can get us to the planes of another plane of existence.
All right. Merton grabs his maul and goes for a little bit of a walk.
I can get us to the Nexus.
Martin just is walking away.
If you want to help him look, he can roll that investigation again. Or yeah, you could talk Tez Tuzmo into doing it, I guess.
I'll help you investigate. I've got a pretty good investigation.
Okay.
Ask for it.
So I was kind of looking around. I'll tell him. I'm kind of looking around the tower here, trying to see if I can find some spell components.
17. You start helping him look around, and like behind a desk somewhere, there's like just a little bit of like, it doesn't even look like he tried to stash it there. It looks like it fell back there, but it's a bit of chalk, enough to cast one teleportation circle.
Oh, look at that!
Go.
Could have just walked back. We could have done Marco Polo across the world.
Marco!
Yelling from the tower.
It's like,
Go
stop
yell
yelling, you're
again.
casting sending, I can hear it.
Damn, Merton, I should have had you been looking all this time.
You look like my kids.
Yeah, I get sidetracked by everything else, like these papers about the Aftermath.
The what?
I don't know, some papers about the stuff that Tasserin was making, about a magical anti-magic field. It sounds a lot like that box we found after the thing,
Did I miss
after
that?
the attack.
Must have missed that.
But I got the papers here, and it was in his desk. I don't know what they are, though. It doesn't really have much information.
Well, I don't think I can help you.
But that's okay. Well, we can get out of here. I just don't know where we're going to teleport to. So we can teleport back to our friends when you're ready. After our long rest.
Yeah, I need a nap.
Yeah, we'll stay here at least for the 2 rest.
Okay. Um. We'll try it. So, Saturn, Jace Vonick, go ahead and make me a history check.
I will.
Or wait, no, wait, sorry. Saturn and
Saturn
and Jace only. Are the only ones.
Saturn also wanted to pull me aside too,
Yeah.
right?
Natural 20.
Shit.
Yeah, bye.
He remembers exactly where we're.
No modifier either. Booyah, 19 too. Let's go, dude. What do we
So,
remember?
We both looked at each other and went, ding!
I'll say Saturn, you remember this, because you were the one who originally looked. When you were in the house of Truth Digger, one of the conspiracy theory things up on his board was that a secret organization is plotting to overthrow the Aegis. It goes back a long time and was even started by Pren Dresda herself.
Ren Dresda?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know who that is?
Yeah.
What's
it's
Mouse's friend's name?
Paraphane. Pren Dresda
Okay.
is she was a member of the I can't remember their name now. The Third Eye, an adventuring group from the times of the Greylan Nethalos War. They were the adventuring group that helped during that war, during the final battles. Pren Dresda was a sorcerer who had helped Cogred Blackthane to initially set up the Aegis.
Mm. And this conspiracy says that she was attempting to overthrow it.
That's what it says. You don't know how
Okay.
true it was. Like some of that stuff on Tumblebottom stuff, was not had no truth in it at all. But just with the talk that you guys had with Graven, saying that there was some sort of group looking to overthrow the AA and this assassination attempt and stuff, and knowing that it wasn't him who sent the orders, that pinged off in your head because you had seen that a long time ago.
Okay.
So we just kind of have an idea of who it could be.
Yeah, you have. I mean, you take that as you want it. You saw a conspiracy theory from a crazy guy who, at the time, you had like shrugged it off that as nonsense. But now all this is happening, and it just sort of rings a bell for you. That's all.
Jace, do you remember in Truth Digger's home?
Yeah.
And then I'll
Pren
connect the
Dresda.
dots.
Yeah.
I think we might need to go leave a note in a trash can.
Yeah, dude, I love this. Or we could just go to his house, but I like the trash can I did too.
Either way, both could be fun. But I did have a question for you. Did you? I know you spent a little bit of time in the Aegis. Did you ever meet Mouse's dad?
No. Never. Right, Isaac?
Yeah, he was based in a very different city.
Like, my involvement with the Aegis was very much like my life got turned around and upside down. All this magical power came out of nowhere, and I had no idea. I mean, like, you think I can't control it now. It was bad before. It was real bad before. And so my involvement with the Aegis was more utilitarian in nature, like just trying to get a handle on how to do this stuff. So like mouse, purple robe kind of stuff, involved, learned, knowledgeable, higher than I am. All I ever got was this red robe. I was a student, so.
Did you ever take classes or have a professor that taught maybe enhancements, like magical enhancements on objects. Creating them, maybe.
Um, yeah, I slept through it probably. Um,
I planned on talking to Mouse about it, but I figured if we're here now, the opportunity was there. Um,
yeah, I assumed.
I have these designs, and I'm gonna show him my drawings that I've been drawing of that weapon I want to make.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out ways to enhance my Eldritch Blast. Maybe harness it in different ways, use it for one big shot or something like that. Um,
I
I'm
mean,
looking.
this is
Hopefully, Mouse can help me out. Figure out a way to put wards or something on this. Maybe Vonic's helping his rune carving. Ways to store an Eldritch Blast or enhance it or something.
I think this is cool. This is cool as hell. Like, I love this. DM, you can correct me. I don't feel like that I was ever really schooled in that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, you may have had like a class about it or something, but that was not why you were
Enchanting
there.
101.
So.
Yeah, that professor sucked, dude. Like, that guy.
Yeah.
It's
All
like
you had to do
super
was write
full of himself, like classic
little tiny
academic.
peppers, and
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
It was like a crappy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Turns out it was Mouse's dad teaching the class.
It was his specialty.
idiot. um,
The guy wrote the book, just read it, and then he walks out.
I mean, like, as much as I love this and think this is cool, I bring two things to the party. I could pray about it, or I could get really lucky with it. But that's about all I could do.
Might need the second one at some point, but
Yeah, boy.
I'd figure I'd test the waters to see what I could find, but I do plan on talking to Mouse about it.
Well, if you want to shoot first and ask questions later, I'm happy to roll the dice on that, but probably not the wisest idea.
We'll figure it out. Working stages, early stages. You're not good with your hands, are you? Making gears?
I mean, yeah, I could, I'm not inept or anything, like, does that have to do with boats? I'm good with boats.
Gonna make a boat gear.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
I'm fairly deft. Is it deft?
Yes.
Deft, right?
Moderately
Not
dorky as well.
daft. Hey, there you go.
Hey,
Hey, and that's why we call it the show. Like I could, if you walk me through it, or tell me to do something, I could do it. But you know,
Maybe at some point I'll have you stand there, and I'll test it.
cool.
And I'll just point like my fingers at him. We'll see what happens.
I can do that, and I can lick my wounds afterwards.
Well,
Are you drawing these like in the library?
yeah,
during this 36 hours.
anytime that I have time, I am working on designs and ways to better enhance it and things like that.
Okay. So one of these times while you're like alone in the library, like jotting down plans and stuff, Wesley shows up and says, "Do you need anything to eat, sir?"
Yeah, I could use some food. You don't happen to have any books on clockwork or design and things like that, do you?
No, sir. But you do remind me of her. She would often stay up late writing in here, and I would have to make sure she ate.
Ivia.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
What is it you are working on, if you don't mind me asking, sir?
Well, if you want to take a look, I'll slide over my notes to him. You see, I'm working on a weapon. I can use abilities given to me by a patron, and one of the main things is this, and I'll kind of form the energy into my hand of an Eldritch Blast. I want to be able to maybe hone this into where maybe I'm a little more accurate. It's a little more deadly. Pierces through maybe a little harder. I don't know what all the enhancements I could get to do, but
I can help you with that, sir.
that would be fantastic.
This
Where should we start?
He looks at the drawings you've made, and he like opens his hand, and you see all the gears you need.
I am going to just like
Keep in
dive
mind, sir,
bomb.
none of this will work outside the mansion, but Ivia often would prototype things inside.
This is perfect. We can get a set design, a prototype, and Vonik could build this. I know he can. You mind? Let me go grab him real quick.
Of course, sir.
I'm gonna go get Vonik.
As you walk out, you see that there is another Wesley in the other room, like serving all the people.
I love this place. This is my home.
It's dope.
Yeah, I'll go find Vonik. Vonik! I need you.
Waking
I
me
need
up.
you.
What?
Weapon designs. We have plans.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
Come
great.
take a look at this. Come take a look at this.
All right, I will.
And I'm like getting him up, pushing him. Come on. Go.
So go ahead and make me just, we'll call it Arcana. Make me one Arcana check to see how you do
Arcana.
here. You can have it at advantage with
I do have advantage.
one. Well, actually, you're both working on it inside Ivia's library. You can both make it with advantage.
Mm. 19. You see, Vonik, Weston here was able to make all the gears for the weapon. You think you could try putting it together? Or maybe
Wait.
getting a feel for how to design them.
Well, yeah. I mean, but if you already have them,
We can't take it out of this area. Unfortunately.
but if these are exactly what you need, couldn't we just make a mold of these, and then make a real one?
Wesley, could we do that?
Yes, sir. You would then. I mean, I don't know exactly how that would work, but you can, if you have real things, you can use them.
Did Ivy ever talk about precious metals that were good at harnessing magic? Maybe something more resilient or something that amplifies?
I'm afraid that's beyond my expertise, sir.
You think she has books?
He looks over at the wall of books. It's just so many books.
If you don't, would you mind going through and trying to find one?
Of course, sir.
It's another
Thank you,
library episode.
Next episode, the library.
And me and Vonik are gonna dive into building this and shaping it out. And
We'll get in there, do the research.
Okay.
Well, we'll see if there's research in these books.
So we'll say with a 21 Arcana, like you have a good portion of it. Like it's not even fully functional inside here yet. There's still some kinks to work out, but you've got a good chunk of it theoretically completed.
Yeah.
So you guys are doing that. You guys can all take your long rest for the 36-hour rest, and if there's anything short that you want to do before we call it a night.
I got nothing left tonight.
All right. Then.
Huh? I rolled earlier. You can look on the log. I rolled a 4, 6, something like that.
For your
I
hit
got
die?
10
Yeah.
HP total. Yeah, I got 10 HP total, so
Yeah,
I have
it was a
98
6.
total now.
You have 98 HP.
I have 98 HP.
Oh,
Huh?
Called you soft.
He had a couple
I
bad
know.
rolls. Well, I think we had to re-roll his hit dice because they like got messed up, and he had a couple bad rolls in there. But
Yeah, I had like even less.
that is where we'll call it for this evening then, and then hopefully next week you guys will. I don't know. What are you planning on? Do you have a direction for me?
I'm going to gamble as much as I can
Cool.
with this League of Shadows in the house.
We'll probably teleport back to Ivia's mansion because to meet up with the rest because we can't using our one teleport spell
You'll
to go
come
back
back
to the main
and
city
we'll go.
because all the portals I have are in Aegis's.
What's next? What are we doing next? We're gonna
We
go look for that
want
guy, and we're gonna try to find the tower.
We're gonna go on an adventure to try to find out where the tower is.
to. Here is the.
It's on the
quest-
material plane for sure. It's not in a because where we wouldn't have been able to use the necklace together.
Yeah.
Here is the quest log.
Oh yeah. Slavers.
Flavors?
Slavers.
Oh, that's right. You guys got it. That sounds enticing to me.
We could also go try to find this guy, the guy we're looking for. We could try to
Lucia?
hunt him down a little bit. Yeah.
I think it's a woman, right?
Lucy is a woman, yes.
We're doing like
yeah.
a double manhunt here, right?
Yeah, so we got the slavers, we got finding Lucia. Vonik, if you want to be a werewolf again, we gotta go do that.
Oh yeah, we might go do that. Just like
We can check in with our shipping business.
I think it could be a busy episode next episode.
All right, so next time we'll look in on something. Thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Eldritch Blast.